In Templar: The Secret Treasures, players are recollecting and hiding treasures in the rooms of a small abbey. This game plays with 2 to 5 players. There are 2 game boards. The first and main board shows the abbey and its rooms. The symbols in the rooms show what treasures may be hid in that room. There are 2 entrances to the abbey which can be used when returning from the second board, the harbor. The harbor board contains 6 warehouses in which players collect the treasures to hide in the abbey. Every player has treasure tokens in their player color. They are placed in a common pool by the harbor board. The warehouse slots are filled with randomly drawn generic square tiles. A player then chooses a warehouse to visit and takes all of the treasures from that location. The generic tiles are set aside, and the player takes the corresponding treasure tiles in their color. Each player has a hand of 11 cards. These cards represent the inhabitants of the abbey and are used to move around the board, hide treasure, move treasure, collect treasures from the harbor board, and score points. During the first round of the game, all players choose a card from their hand and reveal them simultaneously. Starting with the youngest player, actions are then taken. The twist is, a player may not play a card that has been played and is visible on the top of other players' discard piles. If this occurs, the offending player must take his card back into his hand and loses 1 victory point. He can then play a different card. Here is a sampling of 3 cards and how they interact with each other. When a player plays the abbot card, he moves the abbot piece 1 or 2 rooms further and scores the treasures hidden in that room. A sealing ring is worth 2 victory points, a book is worth 3 victory points, and a goblet is worth 5 victory points. The abbot is always trailed by the spy. The spy has no card, but his piece is always 1 room behind the abbot, preventing him from moving backwards. The prior also has his own piece. If his card is played, a player may move him 1 to 3 rooms. The prior gives 1 victory point for moving into a room. If the abbot and the prior are in the same room, no victory points can be rewarded. When treasures are awarded points, the token is turned over to its scored side. There is a door piece, which can be moved if the gatekeeper card is played. This door can be used to close rooms to the abbot, the prior, or other players. The spy has keys and can pass through doors. The last round of the game begins when one of the following conditions is fulfilled. There are not enough tiles left in the bag to fill up the warehouses when a bells card is played, or a player announces during his turn that he has at least 1 item scored or unscored in each of the 13 rooms. The game is played for 1 more round. Final victory points are awarded for every unscored sealing ring in the church and for the number of rooms in which a player has hidden items, scored or unscored. Will you be the one to hide the most treasures in the Templar's Abbey? Thanks for watching our video and considering our game.